Where the heck are we going?
I guess this place is as good as any. So about your house.
Yeah.
We came upon a lot of evidence that would dictate, or at least give us the reason to believe it was arson. I know the chief considered it arson because there was like broken glass and shit on the ground. The CCTV from your next door neighbor house showed someone in a snowman mask getting out of that car that was blown up.
Alright.
Do you know anyone that done anything like that? She got out of the car and then she, we think poured gas in there and then did whatever with your dog. And then she came out and then tossed a Molotov in there, and apparently her car got into the explosion. Definitely a female. She was wearing high heels, black striped pants, snowman hat.
Wait, black
completely covered
striped
hat.
pants?
Yeah, black and white striped pants, like tights.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't... So what about it? You know, it was probably arson. What do you want from me?
Yeah, it was arson. We called it arson. I mean, arson just doesn't happen, you know. Gotta be a reason for it. We haven't had a string of arsonies happen in a year. Last time we had an arsonist around, he died in a car crash.
Okay, so
is there anything you
what
think that might have started this?
No.
Any people you're... No, yes?
Not...
Okay. Well, I went through some old archived cases. Basically, I was brought on to a case last night regarding you, the assistant chief, the night of your car crash.
Really?
Yep. This arson, this gang that's related, they're calling it terrorism. So we're all hands on deck right now. And that means me too.
They put you on that case involving me.
They put me on this. Yep. That being said,
crap.
I'm just here to kind of recamp some things in terms of information that you gave to Detective Thompson as well as me, or as well as the chief of police. I just want to make sure that what I'm getting is correct and what Thompson has got is correct, because we have a federal agent coming from Quantico next week, and he's going to want all the correct information.
So he knows everything. Oh no!
In this case, apparently you and the chief had gotten involved with some gang-related activity. The night of your car crash.
You know why they didn't put you on the case, right?
I'm aware, but this is no longer... I have no say in this.
But...
This is terrorism now. So... It's the big leagues. It's real deal stuff, you know.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Listen, I read up on everything, because that's what I'm supposed to do. And I just want to say that I kind of knew. I mean, it's always been a little weird after the car crash.
Well, look, it was advised that I didn't say anything to you. I did want to say something, but at the same time, I wanted to, you know, in some way protect you, but again, it was also advised under Chief Stark.
Yeah, well, the chief got outranked. The detective sergeant got outranked. everyone got outranked. This is federal now. Which means you and I are just small pawns in this whole operation. Apparently they're saying they were involved in like several tortures, another unrelated arson, gang shootings. I mean, it's all kinds of shit. It's a terrorist cell right now. Which means, you know, if it's a terrorist cell here, it could be a terrorist cell in New York, or LA, or Chicago, or God forbid Boston again. So we're trying to handle this right now for it to not snowball like it could. I mean, we really know what we're getting into. So what I have you here for is basically I want to make sure that all the information he has on his case is accurate.
Okay, well,
So,
what do you need from me? Like, everything of mine, you know, was burned down. I can't give you anything. I
need your memory on things. So they broke your leg and your hand.
God, it was my knee. It was my knee.
Alright. How did they break your hand?
We used a goddamn hammer.
The night that I went to the hospital, I don't know, I guess I just had a second thought and I ended up taking your x-ray to CSI. They told me it was blunt force trauma, which car crash, usually it's a compound fracture. But that doesn't matter. Have you seen, they spray painted a skull and a skull with a crown on it, like a princess crown. Have you seen that insignia before?
Yes, unfortunately I have.
Where have you seen it?
The...
I need your cooperation on this, okay? I know it sucks. I'm not here to have you relive these memories, but it's necessary now because people's lives are at stake.
I know.
I mean, that shooting we just had last week, that John Hill guy, it's no longer unrelated. So we don't need another one of those scenes happening. I mean, a firefighter literally died over this, possibly. So we don't need... I need your cooperation, Kat, like 100%. I know it sucks, but I need your help on this.
Okay, well, on that day that they had taken me and Glenn, one of the things that they did was burn me and him. And they had, well, they had like fire sticks or something. It's kind of like one of those things that you use to brand a cow. Do you understand?
Yeah, I gotcha.
And they had specifically one
where
made.
Was that brand?
Well, they had one specifically made like it for that exact symbol. It's almost like they, I don't know, maybe they brand their victims as well. I don't know. They were really a fucked up group. Well, I guess
I like to leave calling cards like that. I don't know why. Okay. Has the assistant chief relayed or given you any information regarding as to why they chose specifically you two over anybody else?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. he mentioned they like wanted just a few medics, I guess, in their pockets or something like that, just in case one of them got injured. You know, they obviously can't go to the hospital, and they targeted, I guess, Glenn specifically, but I just happened to be there because it was, you know, bad luck. You know me, Drake. I've got bad luck at this point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How would they know where you live? I know.
Drake, I don't
I
know.
read the whole
Like,
briefing. I know. I know you're supposed to be taking different routes, but this.
I was like, look, I was so careful. Every single day, I had to look over my goddamn shoulder the entire way up.
I know. Listen. I know. I'm not accusing you of anything. I just trying to make sense of what happened. All right. I don't like doing this. The whole thing sucks. But okay, so you definitely took different routes then.
Yes.
Nobody was following you at all. Okay. Not even a semblance or a potential maybe.
I was, like I said, I was very careful, and if I did feel like somebody was following me, I went past my house and just went, you know, took them on a joyride, and usually ended up that car eventually, you know, going off to their actual home.
Okay. Have they ever... I don't even know, like... Did they, at any time, like, put you under?
Like, during the event?
During
no.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They didn't give me that right, I guess.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sense of how they would know where you live.
Look, I am just as appalled as you are on that. You know, it's my fault that dude got hurt. Maybe I wasn't as careful as I thought.
I don't know. That wasn't your fault. Listen.
Well, look, if we...
They know what decisions they're making. Okay? This isn't your fault. You have been caught up in whatever fucking the assistant chief's past has brought on to him. I need to question him and figure that shit out first of all. Because I didn't see anything related to his past, and now that's suddenly coming up. So I gotta ask him a few questions regarding that. But this isn't your fault. What happened to Duke wasn't your fault. Okay? This group of people, for some reason, wants the attention of whatever they're doing, some sick and twisted way. Nobody intentionally leaves calling cards. Nobody brands somebody to get caught. They want to be seen, you know? So, it's not your fault.
Damn.
None of this is your fault. It's just unfortunate that that you're involved in it.
Well, I don't know.
Have they ever been anywhere near your car or anything like that? Ever?
I mean,
been up next to your car? Have you seen them at all after the event?
I know that there have been a few incidents. Well, if you read, there was one incident where they had followed medic and slashed the tire, and then I do remember one day after moving to Station 1, there were two people actually. One of them did have striped pants that you kind of had described, now that I remember, you know, walking around and kind of loitering around across the street. But they ended up, you know, I called PD and they ended up kind of wandering away.
Alright. Which way did they walk? And where was your car parked?
Well, my car is usually parked, actually, wait a minute. You see that garage over there on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's usually parked, and I mean, they walked to the left, but I never saw them cross the street.
Can you grab your car? I just want to give it a quick one over. Just
Yeah.
to make sure.
Yeah, go grab it. Where do you want me to put it?
Just pull it out front in that little off area.
Alrighty, I'll be right back. I go across this way. Alrighty, well, crap. Drake is in on the case that he was, you know, he was brought in apparently because they didn't have enough hands, and it turned into a bigger case. So that kind of sucks for Campbell. Obviously I kind of forgot to spawn my vehicle in, so let me just go do that. For those who do not remember, there is a tracking device. If you guys watch my streams, during one of my streams, I actually went and planted a tracking device on her vehicle. Obviously, Campbell wouldn't have known, so she didn't think about it. You know, she's not a detective or anything like that. She's a normal human being. I know people might think, oh, it's, you know, something that should have been known, but really, realistically, a normal person wouldn't think about it. But, maybe Drake can be the one to find it. Who knows? Alright.
Alright.
Here she is.
Okay.
Here are the keys.
I have the keys. Thanks.
I mean, if you remember it, you don't need to, you know, stick it in the ignition. It just has to be inside the vehicle.
Yeah. Hasn't been that long.
I mean, do you think they might have somehow found out what vehicle I drive?
I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. But I don't want to rule it out, you know, and then be wrong, so.
So he's looking in the trunk, nothing is found there.
Alright.
I have to RP it out about where it is found, and if I remember correctly, it was actually in the back right, this wheel well right there, right under there.
It's gonna be a tight fit.
Yeah, it's... Let's just pretend it works. Realistically, you probably would not be able to get into a Prius. I know this because I have one well, I used to have one in real life. I sold it before I headed abroad, but hey, whatever works, works. Ah, such a cool animation where he, like, kind of crawls back out. Hope my coworkers aren't missing me. So, above the right wheel in the well, I don't know if I'm spelling that right, I don't know cars, you can see a flashing light connected to a boxed device. So that's where it was, and he just found it, which is great. Obviously Campbell's gonna be upset about that, so we'll see.
Oh boy.
What in the hell is that?
No, it's got an aluminum in a square, which is a radio. It's got a receiver on it, which means it's either broadcasting or receiving information, probably both. Just don't know how to get their hands on something like
Fuck.
this. I'll have to make a phone call to IT or CSI and have them take a look at this and see if they can get a source from the broadcast or something. I don't even know. I haven't dealt like something like this since Gotham, so.
Fuck, I knew I should have been careful. It is the... It was...
Alright, well. Listen, there's no way you could know about this, alright? gonna go to CSI and get this reverse engineered and hopefully get us a broadcast zone so we can figure out where this is coming from, okay?
Okay.
Where are you staying?
Staying at a friend's house. He actually... Yeah, they actually live way up there. You see that one? The big one. That's where I'm staying at. Tinsel. That's it, I think, yeah. Or not Tinsel, I forgot the other one. It's the one a little further up from Tinsel Towers.
Okay. Have you been to that person's house with this car yet?
Yes, but it's a huge apartment, so I've only been in the garage.
Alright.
Look, I doubt they're gonna find out of that entire building which one I live in.
Seems like an unnecessary risk to me, but...
Well, where the hell do you expect me to go, Drake? I don't know.
I don't know. I would offer, but you'd say no, so...
Where are you even staying?
I'm on the beach now, so I've got a pretty decent spot.
Huh, interesting. But yeah, kinda... Yeah. I appreciate the offer, but...
Just... Yeah. I gotcha, I just...
For those who don't still know, these two have broken up a while ago. Well, not a while ago, but like, you know, in-game, like a month ago.
I feel like I've
so.
failed you in the sense of letting this happen.
Why? It's not your fault.
I don't know. I had a goal when I started in this state, and that's kind of gone by the wayside now. But here are your keys back.
Oops.
I know I don't like to ask, but who's at the towers? I just need to know in case we need to contact them at some point.
I mean, I'd prefer to kind of not say.
I know it's awkward, but I need to know.
Well, I'm afraid that you might try to, you know, go against me because of the...
What?
Possible... There's... You were just talking about him earlier. I'm staying with Chief Glennon. She's obviously...
Okay.
Look, he offered a place to stay during that fire. I didn't have any other choice, really.
Alright. Never mind.
What?
Why would you think I would go against you?
Because you mentioned, you know, you were suspicious of him, which I'm kind of not sure why, because
when it comes to you, I need to be suspicious, okay? I think I get to be a little suspicious.
Yeah, but like...
You just got your house burned down intentionally. You've been shot at, you've been tortured.
But that's not...
My priority is you. Okay?
I understand, but that's not his fault either, you know?
Listen, I know. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna rule anything out right now. I can't. It's a high stakes round. Everything's on the line for you and me, so I can't afford to fuck this up. So why I'm not gonna roll that out. But it's your decision at the end of the day, you know? And I don't agree with it. I don't think he's the right person to be staying with, considering everything that's happened, but that's your call. I'm gonna go to Mission Row, get this thing something done to it. I don't even know where to start with this. Honestly, this is federal level stuff. Like I haven't seen this tech since Gotham, so I don't know.
Well, alright, alright. I'll let you do your job. I didn't want to bring you in because, well, of course at the time.
I don't want to be here either. I mean,
I know you don't want to be part
I
of
don't
it,
know.
but like, yeah. If they would have found out, at the time that, especially you were at the house, I don't know, I feel like they would have done a lot worse.
Well, I don't know what to say, honestly.
Well, I'm saying that, I mean, look, what they had told me and Chief Glennon was if we had gone to the cops, they would kill me. And I didn't want to get, especially, someone close to me who's a cop involved in it. Because they could go after you.
That is my job.
I know,
though.
but
That's what I'm supposed to do.
But there's plenty of other people. Because if they find out you're connected to me in some way, they might target you.
I'll take it, Kat. I'll take that. I'd rather it be me than you. And I know that's just like your typical, stereotypical line, but I mean it.
Jeez.
You know, you sign up for this job, and these are the risks you accept. I know what I'm here for. I know my purpose, and
It's getting intense.
I want to do this right, because again, everything's at stake for me right now. So
I understand.
But I'll get out of your hair. I'll let you know if I find anything on whatever this fucking thing is.
All right. Yeah, I gotta get back to my my guys here. But I'm sorry you got dragged into this.
Me too. Sorry you did too.
Hey, stay safe out there.
I'll try.
That is the end of that. I gotta park my car back and then get back on shift. So yeah, Drake found out, and that's what it came out of. I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. But I hope you guys, yeah, I want to know what your thoughts on Drake now being a part of this. He was kind of dragged in because he's part of the detective group. That's all. So now she has to worry, even though they've broken up, she still worries about him, and that's gonna be rough. I want to see, if the Psychos group does try to fuck with him as well. But let's see where the story ends or continues. I don't know. I'll see you guys later, as usual in the next video.